CIET NCERT presents the audiobook Khel Yog, textbook of physical education and well-being for class 4.
Page number 55, Unit 2, R Games. At the right side top of this page, there is a QR code given. Scanning this QR code will take you to the additional resources related to this chapter. Playing is natural and we all love to play when we are together. Play builds the feeling of togetherness and helps us understand each other better. While playing these games, we will treat each other sensitively and with care. Let's play these games with our friends, teachers, and family. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of some students playing together. They are all sitting in a circle, wearing different uniforms and smiling. Seems like they're having a lot of fun. Page number 56, Chapter 5, Local and Traditional Games. Introduction. We all play many games with our neighborhood friends. Every region in our country has some games that are specific to that region. In this chapter, we will learn to play and enjoy some games that are played in different regions across the country. While playing these games and enjoying together, we will learn to treat each other with kindness and become better human beings in the process. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture given which has many kids wearing different colored uniforms. They are all standing in a circle holding each other's hands. A child is sitting in the middle of the circle. Page number 57, OG1, Anti Pill. This marble game that is played across the country. It is known by different names in different parts of the country like Gulli Khela. How to play? Point 1. Divide the students into equal groups. Point 2. Each group will make the round hole in the ground known as a pill. Point 3. Each student gets one marble from the teacher and they will give it to one of the students in the group. Point 4. The student who has collected marbles from each student will then shake it and throw it onto the ground towards the pill. Point 5. The striking sequence of the student will be decided on the basis of the closeness of the marble from the pill or hole. Point 6. The students now try to put their marbles into the hole as per their sequence. Point 7. The students will place their thumb on the ground and the marble in one of their fingers. Point 8. Draw the marble back like a bow and release it for hitting. Point 9. Once the marble is put into the pill or hole by a student, then that student can hit other students' marbles. Point 10. Those students whose marble is hit will be out and the student who remains till the last will win. At the right side of this page, there is a picture of 3 students playing Anti-Pill. All of them are wearing different colored uniforms, blue, purple and red. Beside the girl, there is a crutch which depicts inclusivity. Note for the teacher. Ensure the safety of the students from injuries. Purpose: to enhance fine motor movements, concentration and accuracy. Variations: increase the number of students in the group to increase the difficulty. The number of marbles can be increased or decreased. Circle time: discuss the experience of creating your own playing area and following the norms set by the teacher. Page number 58, OG2, माझ्या मामच्या पत्रा हरावला, Tekmala Sapatla. This game is popularly known as Kokila Chipake, Bhadra Mashe Tal Porlo, Ghoda Badam Khai, Piche Dekhe Maar Khai, but it has different names and versions across India. How to play? Point 1. The students will sit in a circle and one dinner will walk outside the circle in an anti-clockwise direction. Point 2. The dinner will have a handkerchief in hand and the students in the circle will say, माझ्या मामच्या पत्रा हरावला, my uncle's letter is missing. And the student running outside the circle will say, Tekmala Sapatla. I found the lost letter. Point 3. The donor will secretly leave the handkerchief behind any one student and run around the circle. Point 4. The student will pick up the handkerchief and run after the donor to catch them. Point 5. If the student catches them, then they will again give the den, and if he runs around the circle and sits at the place of the chaser, then the chaser will be the donor. Page number 59.6. If the student is unable to notice the handkerchief, then the donor will pick the handkerchief after a run around the circle and start tapping with the same, while the student will get up and run after completing one circle. That student will then hold the handkerchief and become the donor. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of some students sitting in a circle wearing different colored uniforms playing Kokila Chipake. Purpose: to develop anticipation and alertness from possible threat. Variations: increase the number of donors. Circle time: discuss how you could anticipate that the handkerchief will be dropped behind you. Page number 60. OG3 Indur Biral. The game is played across India in many variations such as Chichattar in Eastern region and Chilla Dauma in Himalayan region. How to play. Point 1. Form a circle with 8 to 10 students holding hands. Point 2. Choose 2 students. One is Indur, which means rat, who will stay inside the circle, moving from one place to another on 4-point touch, both hands and both feet on the ground. The other will be the Biral, which means cat, who will stay outside the circle. Point 3. The Biral, means cat, will try to catch the Indur, means rat. The students in the circle will try to guard the Indur by not allowing Biral to come inside the circle. Point 4. If the Biral is able to come inside the circle, then the Indur will run out of the circle and the students will stop the Biral to get out of the circle. Point 5. The chase will go on until the Biral catches the Indur. At the bottom of this page, there is a picture of some students standing in a circle, holding hands and playing Indur Biral. Purpose: to develop teamwork, cooperation and anticipation between students. Variations: vary the number of rats and cats. Circle time: discuss how could you save the rat from the cat by teamwork. Page number 61. OG4 Tekeli Bhonga. It is a traditional game of Assam and is played on the occasion of Magh Bihu. How to play. Point 1. Mark 2 lines 10 meter apart and place a medium-sized ball in the middle. Point 2. Form teams of 4 students each and ask them to stand on either line. Point 3. Hand over a stick to each team and blindfold one student from the first team. Point 4. To increase the difficulty level, turn the blindfolded students 3 to 4 times in circles before they start to move towards the target. Point 5. Each student will get 2 chances of 10 seconds each. The aim is to hit the ball with a stick while blindfolded. Point 6. The respective team members shall help to navigate the path towards the ball by showing direction. Point 7. If the student hits the ball within the stipulated time, then the team scores 1 point and another student from the second team will take the next turn. Point 8. The team getting the maximum points will win the game. At the middle of this page, there is a picture of a girl blindfolded and playing the Tekeli Bhonga game. Note for the teacher: ensure the safety of the students from injuries. Purpose: to develop teamwork, empathy, and a sense of fair play among students. Variations: vary the number of students, vary the distance between students and the ball. Circle time: Identify the challenges you faced while identifying the location and hitting the ball blindfolded. Discuss the strategies how you could successfully complete the task. How did the navigator help you? Page number 62, OG5. Rinky Pinky Ponk, what color you want? This game can be played with many variations, using wood, stone, iron, etc. instead of color. How to play? Point 1. The students will stand in a designated area and one student will be the donor. Point 2. The students apart from the donor will ask Rinky Pinky Ponk what color you want. Point 3. The donor will say, for example, I want orange color, and students will run and try to find orange colored objects and touch it. Point 4. The donor will try to catch a student before they can touch the color. Point 5. If any student gets caught, then that student becomes the donor, and otherwise the same donor continues. At the middle of this page, there is a picture of some students wearing different colored uniforms playing Rinky Pinky Ponk, what color you want. Note for the teacher. Explain the different signals like color, sound, etc. Purpose: to develop quick thinking with sensory development. Variations: instead of calling out a color, different objects may also be named. For example, Rinky Pinky Ponk, what do you want? And the student will reply, I want stones or wood. Circle time. Discuss how you can quickly spot the color or object and ways in which you can reach the object quickly. Page number 63, OG6. Sundariku Abhusuman Kuthal. This is a blindfold game which is played in the southern parts of India on special occasions. How to play? Point 1. The whole class will be divided into pairs. Point 2. The blackboard or the board will be marked with 5 blocks. Point 3. One student from each pair will draw a face in the block. Point 4. Another student of the same pair will try to estimate the distance, height, and location on the board. Point 5. After 1 minute, when the image is drawn on the board, the student who is observing will be blindfolded. Point 6. After being blindfolded, they will be given 1 minute to reach the board and put a bindi, nose ring, or earring at the correct position. Point 7. If placed correctly, the team scores 2 points. 1 point will be given if placed close enough. Point 8. The team with the maximum number of points in the end will win. At the middle of this page, there is a picture of 2 students, a boy and a girl, playing Sundariku Abhusuman Kuthal game. Purpose: develop a sense of space, balance, teamwork and Indian culture while having fun. Variations: vary the distance between students and the picture. Vary the number of turns before moving towards the picture. Circle time. Star and wish. Page number 64, OG7, Gand Tora. This game has many versions across India, such as Gir in northern part of India and Mukna Kanjei in northeast India. It's an Indian version of hockey. How to play? Point 1. Mark the area as given in the figure below at least 10 to 15 meters apart or according to the number of students and the area of the playground. Point 2. Form 2 teams and give them a stick which is bent at the end. Point 3. Balls made of cloth will be used for playing. Point 4. The game will start by passing the cloth ball from one end to one of the teammates. Point 5. The aim is to hit the ball through the cones. Point 6. The team with the maximum number of goals in the end will win the game. At the middle of this page, there is a picture given in which some students are playing Gand Tora. Purpose: to develop coupling and sense of space. Variations: vary the size of the field. Vary the cotton ball with a lightweight plastic ball. Circle time. Discuss how you could accurately receive and hit the ball in the opponent's goal post area. Identify the difference in hitting the balls of different sizes and weights. Page number 65, OG8, Cho Cho. This is a traditional game played by the people of Northeast India on the occasion of the Hornbill Festival. How to play? Point 1. Ask the students to form a circle. Point 2. The group will choose a leader who will stand in the center and others will sit around him forming the circle. Point 3. The leader will point towards and ask, "What is it?" Point 4. The students will say sky while standing up. The student to stand last will be the dinner. Point 5. The dinner will do a bear walk inside the area and other students will try to dodge him while chanting Cho Cho. They cannot move outside the circle. Point 6. The dinner can kick sideways or touch with one hand while keeping the three limbs on the ground. Point 7. Whoever gets caught by the bear or dinner will become the next dinner. Point 8. The student who does not get a chance to become the dinner till the last will be the winner. At the middle of this page, there is a picture of some students standing in a circle holding hands wearing different colored uniforms. They are all playing Cho Cho game together. Purpose: to learn to use limbs together and develop overall strength. Variations: vary the number of students. Make a bear team and a running team. Scoring can be done based on how many students are caught within a specific time. Circle time, star and wish. Page number 66, OG9, Puchi Khela. This is a traditional game of Odisha which is played on the occasion of Kumar Purnima. How to play? Point 1. Form a circle with students sitting in a squatting position on the ground. Point 2. Puchi Khela is a rhythmic game and can be played in sync with a song or rhyme. Point 3. As the song plays, the students will start extending their right and left legs according to the song. Point 4. If a student gets tired, they will stop and exit the circle. Point 5. The student who stays till the end will be the winner. At the middle of this page, there are some students sitting in squatting position playing Puchi Khela. Purpose: to develop mental toughness and sense of rhythm. Variations: vary the number of students. Vary the song's rhythm from slow to fast. Circle time, star and wish. Page number 67, OG10, Silent Kabaddi. This fun game is ideal to improve the social skills of the students. How to play? Point 1. Form two teams and make them stand apart with a line in the middle. Point 2. Every student will take turns and go into the area of their opponent, similar to Kabaddi. Point 3. The raider will remain silent, keeping a straight face. Point 4. The opposing team will try to mimic, say things or sing to make the raider laugh, smile or change facial expressions. Point 5. The time of each raid will be 30 seconds. Point 6. If the raider laughs, smiles or changes facial expressions, the opponent will get a point and the raider will be out. The raider scores a point by maintaining a straight face till the end. Point 7. The team with the maximum number of points will win. At the middle of this page, there is a picture of some students depicting two different teams playing Silent Kabaddi together. Some students are in red-colored uniform while one student is in blue-colored uniform. Purpose: develop socio-emotional skills of students. Variations: vary the time limit for each raid. Circle time: discuss which comments of your opponent affected you the most and how you refrained from reacting to them. Page number 68, OG11, Dhop Khela. It is a catching game played between two teams and known by different names in different parts of the country. How to play? Point 1. Form two teams and divide the play area into two halves. Point 2. Each team will throw the rubber ball into the area of the opponent team, who will try to catch the ball. Point 3. If the opponent team member is unable to catch the ball or it hits below the waist of any student, then that student will come to the throwing side. Point 4. Now, the student of the opponent team will throw the ball back, and the student who came from the opponent team will try to catch the ball back or disturb the students while catching the ball and run either towards their own teammates or towards half court. Point 5. The opponent team will try to stop the student before they cross the center line. Point 6. The objective is to bring all students of the team opponent to their side. Point 7. The team who does it first will win. At the middle of this page, there is a picture given which has some students standing in two different teams playing Thop Khela. Note for the teacher. The teacher should help the students to discuss the strategies of throwing in open space. For example, soft signals, body language, eye gaze, etc. Purpose: develop a sense of space, agility, and anticipation while catching. Variations: vary the area of the ground, vary the size of the ball. Circle time: discuss how you anticipate where your teammates are going to throw for you to catch and run back to your own side. Discuss ideas for throwing in open spaces. Page number 69. OG12. Anding Oka. This game is played in different parts of the country and in fairs and festivals. How to play? Divide the students in pairs according to body weight and height. Point 2. Ask them to sit face to face by touching each other's feet without bending their knees as given in the figure below. Point 3. The students will hold a stick in such a manner that it is directly above their feet. Point 4. On the blow of the whistle, students will start pulling the stick until a student falls or leaves the stick. At the middle of this page, there is a picture of two students playing Anding Oka. Note for the teacher. The teacher must ensure that the students do not pull the stick before the whistle and the start is fair. Purpose: to improve the strength and grip of the students. Variations: vary the stick with a ball to make it difficult to hold. Circle time: discuss what helped you to hold the stick and not give up even when you were tired. Page number 70. OG13. Turai Kar. This game is played in Himalayan region. Turai Kar means do your best, and it encourages love and compassion towards nature. How to play? Point 1. Divide students into two teams, protectors and attackers, with 4 members each. Point 2. The protector team will try to protect the tree from the attackers. Point 3. The protector team will form a reverse circle by locking their elbows as given in the figure. Point 4. The attackers will approach the tree and try to touch its trunk. Point 5. The protectors will protect the tree by continuously moving in a circle and taking the side step. Point 6. In this process, if an attacker touches any defender, that attacker is eliminated. Point 7. If attackers succeed in touching the trunk of the tree, the roles are reversed. At the middle of this page, there is a picture given which has some kids playing Turai Kar. Note for the teacher. The teacher should initiate the discussion related to the environment. Purpose: to develop awareness about the protection of the environment. Variations: teachers can vary the size of the playing area. Teachers can divide the team equally to make it difficult. Circle time. Discuss what you can do to protect the environment and think of a similar game. Page number 71. Assessment by parents and guardians. The purpose of this exercise is to help parents and guardians track their child's growth regarding the social and emotional development through physical education, and how these social and emotional qualities are transformed from ground to the daily life of the child, focusing on individual progress rather than competition. The rubrics are progressive in nature. In case parents are unable to assess, they can give their feedback to teachers who later on fill the assessment sheet. Instructions. Read the statements and tick the number which is most suitable for your ward. Enjoyability. Motivation to play. My ward. Under this heading, there is a table given, which is a rubric. It has 5 different columns, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each column has a smiley printed on it, while 1 being the saddest smiley, 5 being the happiest. This is how these smileys show emotions in progression. Column 1 takes part actively, displaying energy and enjoyment during play. Column 2 shows high energy and motivation to engage in both familiar and new activities. Column 3 takes initiative to start games, encourages peers to join, and enjoys trying different roles. Column 4 demonstrates leadership by guiding others, explaining rules, and ensuring fair play. Column 5 innovates new ways to play, modifies rules to make games more engaging, and encourages teamwork. Helping others and kindness. My ward. Under this heading, there is a table given which has 5 different columns having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as their naming. In each column, there is a smiley printed on it, while 1 being the saddest emotion, 5 being the happiest. This is how these emotions are in progression from 1 to 5. Column 1 regularly offers help without being asked. Column 2 engages in helping others with a genuine sense of empathy. Column 3 happily assists others and feels good to be kind. Column 4 shows empathy and takes initiative to support others in need. Column 5 sets a positive example by treating everyone with respect and fairness. Page number 72. Feel safe with others. My ward. Under this heading, there is a table given with 5 different columns. Each column has a number given on it from 1 to 5. Each column also has a different smiley printed on it, while 1 being the saddest emotion, 5 being the happiest. This is how these smileys show emotions in progression. Column 1 feels happy and secure while engaging in social activities with others. Column 2 comfortably shares thoughts in discussions and cooperates with others. Column 3 builds positive relationships, shows empathy, and supports others in social settings. Column 4 takes initiative to include others, ensuring everyone feels valued and accepted. Column 5 demonstrates strong social confidence, fostering a welcoming and inclusive environment for all. Active lifestyle, my ward. Under this heading, there is a table given which has 5 different columns. Each column is given a number from 1 to 5. Each column also has a smiley associated to it, while 1 being the saddest emotion, 5 being the happiest. This is how these emotions are in progression. Column 1 comfortably performs physical activities with coordination and control. Column 2. Maintains enthusiasm and actively engages in physical activities. Column 3. Performs physical activities with speed, balance, and confidence. Column 4. Loves challenges, pushes personal limits, and enjoys movement-based tasks. Column 5. Excels in physical challenges, inspires others, and enjoys staying active. Responsibilities. My ward. Under this heading, there is a table given with 5 different columns. Each table has a number given to it, from 1 to 5. Each column also has a smiley printed on it, while 1 being the saddest smiley, 5 being the happiest. This is how these emotions are in progression. Column 1. Takes initiative in handling schoolwork and daily duties without frequent reminders. Column 2. Takes responsibility for daily personal and shared duties with consistency. Column 3. Organizes tasks efficiently and completes them on time without reminders. Column 4. Balances different duties with ease and takes ownership of tasks. Column 5. Takes initiative in supporting others to develop strong habits of discipline and responsibility. Chapter 5 ends here.
Khel Yog. You were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of Physical Education and Well-Being for Class 4. Narration Rehana Qureshi. Sound recordists Prasoon Kumar. Assistants in production Chetna Sharma. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is presented to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.